There comes a time in your journey when the noise of the world must fade, and the whisper of your soul becomes the only sound you truly need to hear. That time is now. You have to find out who you are, not who the world told you to be, not who you've pretended to be to please others, but who you truly, divinely, authentically are at your core. No matter what you've been through, no matter how many times you've felt broken, defeated, or ashamed, you are not your past. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the things you've tolerated. You are not the pain others have caused you. And you are not the person you had to become just to survive. Your past was only a part of the journey, a necessary unfolding, a collection of moments that shaped you but never defined you. The version of you that endured those seasons did the best they could with what they knew. That version of you deserves love and gratitude, not judgment. Every experience brought you to this very moment, and this moment is a gateway to your healing, to your transformation, and to the truth of who you really are. We often carry the weight of the past as if it's chained to our identity. We hold on to guilt, shame, and regret, like old clothes we forgot to take off. But you must know this. What happened before does not need to dictate what comes next. At any moment, you can choose to release the story. You can choose to forgive. You can choose to begin again. You are allowed to grow beyond what hurt you. You are allowed to let go of what no longer serves you. You are allowed to leave behind the version of yourself that was created in survival mode. You do not owe anyone the broken pieces of who you used to be. Maybe you were raised in a home where love was conditional or absent. Maybe someone you trusted hurt you deeply. Maybe you were told you weren't enough, that you had to earn your worth, that your voice didn't matter. Those lies do not belong to you. They were never the truth, and it's safe to let them go. Your past may explain how you got here, but it cannot limit where you're going. Life is not punishing you, it is gently inviting you to awaken. Every painful experience held a lesson, and every lesson carried a gift. Sometimes the gift is your strength. Sometimes it's your compassion. Sometimes it's the clarity to never go back to what once broke you. You are not broken. You never were. The parts of you that feel shattered are only calling for your love. They are waiting for your tenderness, not your judgment. Healing begins the moment you say to yourself, I see you, I hear you, and I forgive you. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know. Forgive yourself for staying too long, for not speaking up, for trusting the wrong people. You are human, you are learning, and healing is not about perfection. It's about returning home to yourself again and again with grace. There is nothing noble about punishing yourself for the past. Self-blame and self-loathing do not serve your growth. Instead, offer yourself compassion. The same compassion you so freely give to others, you deserve that too. As you let go of your past, you make space for your future. You become available for new experiences, deeper love, and higher joy. You no longer walk through life reacting from old wounds. You begin responding from wisdom. You no longer attract what hurts you. You start welcoming what honors you. It takes courage to heal. It takes strength to rewrite the story you've lived in for so long. But you are strong. And deep within you, there is a quiet knowing that you were made for more. There's a reason you're still here. There's a reason your soul keeps whispering, keep going. No one else gets to decide who you are, not your past, not the people who didn't understand your worth, not the failures or setbacks. Only you get to define yourself. And you can choose to be someone new, not by pretending, but by peeling away everything that was never really you in the first place. You are not the pain you endured. You are the light that still shines in spite of it. You are not the fear that held you back. You are the courage that kept showing up. You are not the tears you cried. You are the hope that never gave up. Right now you are free, free to forgive, to release, to step forward into a new version of yourself. A version rooted in truth, in peace, in love. Take a deep breath. You are safe now. The past is over. The only power it has is the power you choose to give it. You are not your past. You are a beautiful unfolding. You are healing. You are becoming. You are free. Would you like this turned into a voiceover script or video background as well? Even when you doubted your worth, even when you felt lost, disconnected, or invisible, even in your darkest moments when you couldn't recognize yourself in the mirror, your true self never left. It was simply waiting, quietly, patiently, lovingly, waiting for you to remember who you really are. There is a part of you that has never been broken. A part that no hurt, no rejection, no failure could touch. That part of you is whole, sacred, and radiant. It is not defined by your job, your relationships, your appearance, or your past. It is the essence of your being, the real you. As children, we are born knowing. We come into this world wide open, full of love and curiosity. We laugh freely, we cry without shame, we express without hesitation. We know what brings us joy, and we move toward it naturally. That is the true self, pure, unfiltered, and deeply connected to the flow of life. But over time, the world teaches us to forget. We are told to behave, to be realistic, to stop dreaming so big. We are taught who we should be in order to be accepted. We start performing, pleasing, proving. We build masks to protect ourselves. We bury our true feelings to fit in. And slowly, without realizing it, we drift away from the truth of who we are. You may have forgotten, but your soul hasn't. Even when you felt disconnected, that sacred part of you remained untouched, like a flame that never goes out, even under layers of ash. Sometimes it flickers quietly beneath the surface. Sometimes it calls out in the form of longing, restlessness, or even sadness. That ache you feel inside is not a sign of something wrong. It's a gentle invitation to return, to come back home to yourself. Your true self is not something you have to go out and find. It's something you have to remember. It has always been there, beneath the noise, beneath the conditioning, beneath the fear. And every moment you choose to listen within, you reconnect with that essence. Every moment you choose authenticity over approval, you grow closer to it. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to chase after a version of perfection that doesn't exist. You simply need to soften, to let go of who you were told to be, to unlearn the lies, to peel back the layers that never truly belonged to you. It's not a matter of effort, but of allowing your heart to open, allowing your truth to speak, allowing your inner wisdom to guide you, and most of all, allowing yourself to be loved for who you really are, because the real you is already enough, already worthy, already lovable. You are the one you've been waiting for, not the version of you with the perfect body or the perfect past or the perfect plan, but the version that exists right now in this breath, the version that feels deeply, that dreams wildly, that longs to live fully. You may have made mistakes, you may have been wounded, you may have forgotten your light. But the truth is, You've always been more than your story. You've always carried a strength that others may not have seen. You've always held wisdom that no one could take from you. And now you are ready. Ready to reclaim your voice, ready to stand in your power, ready to trust the knowing that lives inside your bones. This is not the beginning of a new self. It is the return to your original self, the one who was never lost, only hidden. When you reconnect with your true self, life begins to shift. Things that once drained you begin to fall away. People who don't honor your truth naturally fade. You stop living in reaction and start moving with intention. You stop searching outside and begin listening within. And from that place, everything becomes possible. Because when you live in alignment with your true self, you no longer chase validation. You become your own source of peace. You no longer fear change. You welcome growth. You no longer shrink to be accepted. You rise to be free. This is your time, not to become someone new, but to remember who you've always been. Beautiful, whole, divine. The one who was never broken, the one who is worthy of love just as they are. The one who holds the light. Take a breath. Place your hand over your heart and know this. You are home. You have always been home. And your true self has been here all along, waiting with open arms for your return. There is a quiet voice within you. It doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for attention. It whispers. It nudges. It gently tugs at your heart. This is your inner voice, your true guide, your compass, your connection to wisdom beyond logic. You've felt it before, even if you didn't realize it. That subtle knowing when something didn't feel right. That peaceful feeling when you made a choice aligned with love. That deep calm in the center of your being, even when everything around you was chaotic. That was your inner voice speaking. We all have this inner guidance. It's always been there. But many of us were taught to ignore it. We were told to listen to the world instead, to follow the crowd, to do what's practical, expected, and safe. Slowly, we began to mistrust our own intuition. We gave our power away to voices outside of us. But no one else knows you like you do. No one else can live your life, feel your dreams, or hear your soul's longing. That's why listening to your inner voice is not just important, it's essential. It is how you come home to yourself. It is how you find peace. It is how you live a life that feels true. The inner voice does not speak in fear. It does not criticize or condemn. It doesn't rush or panic. That is the voice of the wounded self, the conditioned mind, the part of you that was shaped by fear and rejection. The true inner voice is calm, clear, kind. It will never lead you to betray yourself. It will never demand you be someone you are not. It only asks that you trust it. You may not always understand it. You may feel it guiding you in a direction that others question. That's okay. Your path is not meant to make sense to everyone else. It's meant to make sense to your soul. What matters is not how it looks to others, but how it feels to you. You do not need permission to follow your inner voice. You do not need validation. You are allowed to say yes to what feels aligned and no to what doesn't. You are allowed to walk away from what drains you. You are allowed to change your mind, your life, and your direction if your inner voice tells you it's time. Listening to your inner voice takes practice. It asks you to slow down, to be still, to breathe. It asks you to get quiet enough to hear what's beneath the noise. You don't have to force it. Just become present. Place a hand over your heart. Ask gently, "What is true for me right now?" And then listen. Not with your mind, but with your spirit. Sometimes the answer comes in words. Sometimes it's a feeling, a picture, a deep sense of knowing. Trust that however it speaks, it will be in a way that's meant for you. You are not lost. You may feel unsure, confused, or even afraid, but you are not lost. You are being led. And every time you honor that quiet voice inside, you step closer to the life you were meant to live. You step into your power, your truth, and your peace. You may not see the whole path yet. That's okay. The inner voice doesn't give you the entire map. It gives you the next step. And when you take that step, the next one appears. It's a sacred dance between trust and action, between listening and moving. Let yourself trust again. Let yourself believe that you do know what's best for you. Let yourself remember that you are wise, that there is something greater moving through you, and that when you align with it, life begins to flow. If you've ignored your inner voice in the past, forgive yourself. We all do it. What matters is that you're ready to listen now, and every moment is a chance to return to that voice, to choose again, to come back to your center. And you don't need to rush. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just stay connected, stay open, stay willing to hear the truth, even when it challenges your comfort. Especially then, because your inner voice is not just leading you to safety, it's leading you to freedom, to joy, to a life that feels deeply right for you. And when you begin living from that place, you become unshakable. Not because life stops being hard, but because you are anchored in something real. You trust yourself. You trust the process. And you know that no matter what happens, you will always find your way. Because that quiet voice within you is always speaking. And when you listen, you are never, ever alone. You were never meant to be defined by labels. The world has tried to name you, box you, and mold you. It has given you titles based on your pain, your past, your appearance, your career, your status, your mistakes. But none of those labels hold the truth of who you are. They are simply words, temporary descriptions of a moment, not the essence of your soul. From a young age, we are given labels. You're too sensitive. You're not smart enough. You're shy. You're dramatic. You're lazy. You're difficult. And without even realizing it, we begin to wear these labels like clothes. We let them define us. We shrink ourselves to fit inside them. We believe we are only what others see or fail to see in us. But you are not any label someone else placed on you. You are not your trauma. You are not your income. You are not your title. You are not your failures. You are not your success. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your mistakes. You are not your body shape. You are not your relationship status. You are not what the world tries to reduce you to. You are infinite. The truth of who you are is vast, radiant, and ever-evolving. You are energy in motion. You are light expressing itself through a human form. You are a soul here to grow, to heal, to experience, to love, to remember. Labels keep us stuck in a version of ourselves that may no longer be true. They keep us tied to a past that we've already outgrown. They tell us who we were, but never who we are becoming. And yet we cling to them because they feel familiar. Even the painful ones can feel like home when we've lived with them long enough. But the time has come to release them. You do not need a label to prove your worth. You do not need a category to belong. You are already worthy. You already belong. Simply because you exist. You were created with purpose, with intention, and with love. That is enough. When you release the labels, you give yourself permission to evolve. You give yourself the freedom to discover who you are without anyone else's opinion clouding your view. You open your heart to new possibilities. You begin to see yourself not through the eyes of the world, but through the eyes of love. Yes, labels may have served a purpose once. Maybe they helped you survive. Maybe they helped you understand yourself during a difficult time. But survival is not the same as thriving. And now you are being invited to thrive. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow beyond the names you've been called. You are allowed to be more than what anyone has ever imagined. You are allowed to redefine yourself as many times as it takes until your outer life reflects your inner truth. You don't need to explain your growth. You don't need to justify your transformation. The people who truly love you will celebrate your freedom. They will support your journey, even if it no longer fits the label they once gave you. Let the labels fall away, all of them. Let go of the not enough, the too much, the this is just who I am. Let go of the definitions that make you feel small. Let go of the names you were never meant to carry. Look at yourself now, right here, in this moment. Who are you without the past? Who are you when you are not performing for acceptance? Who are you when you are not trying to fit into anyone else's version of you? That is where your truth lives. That is where your power begins. You are the only one who can truly name yourself. And even then, let it be soft. Let it be fluid. Let it breathe and change with you. You are a living, breathing miracle. How could you ever be limited by a single word? So release the labels, not with anger, but with love. Thank them for what they taught you. Then set them down. You don't need them anymore. You are not here to be defined. You are here to be free. You are here to remember your wholeness. You are here to return to love. And love has no label. Self-love is the foundation upon which everything in your life can grow and thrive. It is not a luxury or a fleeting moment of happiness. It is a deep, nurturing force that sustains you through every season of life. In a world that often asks you to look outside of yourself for validation, success, or approval, self-love is the powerful reminder that everything you need, everything you seek, is already within you. When you embrace the power of self-love, you are choosing to honor yourself as the beautiful, worthy being that you are. It is a commitment to your well-being, to your heart, and to your spirit. It is not about being perfect. It's about accepting yourself exactly as you are, flaws and all, and loving yourself unconditionally through every imperfection. Many of us are taught that love must come from others, that we are only worthy if someone else validates us. We place our self-worth in the hands of others, in their opinions, their approval, and their affection. But the truth is, no one can truly love you if you don't love yourself first. You cannot receive love at its fullest if you haven't learned how to give it to yourself. Self-love is not about selfishness or arrogance. It is about recognizing your own inherent worth and treating yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect. When you truly love yourself, you give yourself the same care and attention you would offer to someone you love deeply, because you are deserving of that same love. You are worthy of the tenderness, the understanding, and the patience you offer to others. The way you speak to yourself matters. The thoughts you entertain matter. The way you treat yourself matters. If you want to experience the fullness of life, you must first learn to love yourself. The relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship you will have. How you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. If you put yourself last, if you continually sacrifice your needs, if you ignore your feelings, you are sending a message to the world that your value is less than others. But when you love yourself, you teach others to honor and respect you in the same way. Embracing the power of self-love means releasing any beliefs that you are not enough. It means stopping the cycle of self-criticism and self-doubt. It means recognizing that you are not your mistakes, your flaws, or your past. You are a person deserving of all the good things life has to offer simply because you exist. You are worthy of love, joy, peace, and abundance, not because you have earned it, but because it is your birthright. Learning to love yourself is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, patience, and consistent effort. It requires you to let go of negative self-talk and to replace it with affirmations of love and encouragement. It calls for you to be gentle with yourself, to forgive yourself for past mistakes, and to acknowledge your worth, regardless of your imperfections. When you truly embrace self-love, you begin to recognize your own power. You stop seeking approval from external sources, and you start to trust yourself. You trust your intuition, your decisions, and your ability to create the life you desire. You become more aligned with your true purpose, and your actions reflect your inner belief in your worth. You stop settling for less than you deserve because you know that you are deserving of the best life has to offer. Self-love also means setting boundaries. It means knowing when to say no and protecting your peace. It means not allowing toxic people, situations, or thoughts to drain your energy. When you love yourself, you make choices that support your health, your happiness, and your growth. You know when to rest, when to say no, and when to let go of anything that no longer serves your highest good. Embracing the power of self-love is a radical act of self-acceptance. It is choosing to stand in your truth, to honor your feelings, and to value yourself regardless of what others may think or say. It is about realizing that you are enough, right here, right now. You do not need to prove yourself, and you do not need to seek external validation. You are worthy of love simply because you are. Self-love is the most transformative force you can bring into your life. It shifts everything. When you love yourself, your world changes. You attract people who treat you with kindness and respect. You draw in opportunities that align with your values and desires. You create a life filled with peace, joy, and fulfillment because you are no longer operating from a place of lack or need. You are coming from a place of abundance and love. Every moment spent embracing the power of self-love is an investment in your future. It is an act of deep respect for yourself, and it will ripple out into every aspect of your life. As you love yourself more deeply, you invite more love into your life. As you heal your wounds, you free yourself to live more authentically, to show up as the fullest version of yourself. When you embrace the power of self-love, you are stepping into your greatness. You are choosing to honor your unique gifts, your beautiful heart, and your precious soul. You are choosing to believe in yourself and to trust the journey ahead. You are remembering that you are enough, just as you are. So today and every day, choose to love yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself with compassion. Honor your worth. You are deserving of love. And it all starts with the love you give to yourself. You are here to shine. From the moment you entered this world, you were meant to make a difference, to bring light into spaces, to uplift others, and to leave a lasting impact. You are not here to hide or to play small. You are here to embrace the fullness of your potential and to radiate that light with every step you take. It's easy to forget this truth. In a world filled with distractions, expectations, and judgments, you may have found yourself dimming your light to fit in, to avoid conflict, or to protect yourself from hurt. But I want to remind you of something important. Your light is never meant to be dimmed. It is meant to shine brightly, and to illuminate the path not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. The light within you is unique, special, and irreplaceable. It comes from the deepest part of your being, a place of love, strength, and wisdom. When you embrace that inner light, you step into your power. You stop playing by the rules of others and start living according to your own truth. You begin to recognize that your gifts, your voice, your presence are all powerful and necessary in this world. Sometimes we hide our light because we fear judgment or rejection. We worry that if we shine too brightly, others will feel threatened or uncomfortable. But the truth is, when you shine, you create space for others to shine as well. You don't take away from others when you step into your greatness. Instead, you encourage them to do the same. Your light is a reflection of the light that exists in everyone. And by allowing yours to shine, you are giving others permission to shine in return. You don't need to shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. The world needs your brilliance, your ideas, your perspective. Your light can inspire others to break free from their own limitations, to tap into their own power, and to rise to their full potential. You were not put on this earth to blend in. You were put here to stand out, to make an impact, and to be the fullest expression of who you are. Let go of the need for external validation. It's easy to look to others for approval, but true fulfillment comes from within. You don't need anyone's permission to shine. You don't need anyone's approval to be yourself. The only validation you need is your own. When you trust in your own worth, when you recognize the light that resides within you, you will no longer need to seek validation from the outside world. You will know without a doubt that you are here to shine. Shining your light doesn't mean you won't face challenges. In fact, when you step into your power, you may encounter resistance. People may try to hold you back, make you doubt yourself, or discourage you from pursuing your dreams. But remember, challenges are simply opportunities for growth. They are the tests that show you just how strong, resilient, and capable you are. You will face obstacles, but they will never be stronger than the light within you. The more you shine, the more you will realize that you are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. It's time to stop holding back. It's time to let go of the fear that holds you in place, the doubt that keeps you small, and the past that tries to define you. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are a powerful being with the capacity to create, to heal, to love, and to transform. You have everything within you to step into your greatness and shine like you were always meant to. The journey to shining your light fully begins with self-acceptance. You must first accept and embrace yourself as you are, with all your imperfections and strengths. You are enough. You are worthy. You are deserving of all the success, love, and happiness that life has to offer. Once you fully accept yourself, you will begin to radiate that acceptance outward. When you embrace who you are, you stop hiding behind masks and start showing the world your authentic self. Your light is not meant to be confined to one area of your life. It is meant to shine in every aspect of your being, your work, your relationships, your passions, your dreams. When you embrace your light, you allow it to flow into everything you do. It infuses your actions with purpose and meaning. It infuses your relationships with love and compassion. It fuels your dreams and makes them feel possible. When you shine, you invite others to shine too. Your light encourages a ripple effect of positivity, kindness, and growth. Remember, the world needs your light. It needs your love, your creativity, your uniqueness, your perspective. You are here to make a difference. You are not here by accident. Your soul has a purpose, and that purpose is to express the beauty, wisdom, and love that reside within you. You are here to shine. So step into your light. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The world is ready for you to shine. The world is waiting for you to show up as the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. When you do, you will not only transform your own life, but you will inspire and uplift the lives of those around you. You are here to shine, and when you do, you will see just how much light there is in the world. Because it all begins with you.